Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on solar power system. In this lecture, we will learn about PV modules. So let us start with lecture. So we want to move from solar cell to solar array. So the fundamental unit in solar power system is called as solar cell. This solar cell working is similar to working principle of PN junction diode. Here each solar cell has some current rating and voltage rating. There are three important parameters when we select a solar cell. First one is short circuited current ISC, second one is open circuited voltage VOC, and third is maximum power Pmax, which is product of short circuited current and open circuited voltage. Now each solar cell is capable of generating 0.6 volt. So 0.6 volt will be generated by a single solar cell. Now in order to have more power, we need to connect so many solar cells. Now the demand of solar power is in terms of kilowatt. So when we want 1 kilowatt power, you need to connect so many solar cells in series so that voltage should reach close to 1 kilowatt or 1000 volt. And as per the current demand, if you have some higher current demand, you need to connect solar cell in parallel. So there are two approaches which are used to form solar panel from solar cell. So we have to understand how can we move from this solar cell to solar array so that power can be generated from low power few watts to thousands of watts. So for that, selection of panel will be an important part. Now solar module, second is solar module consists of many solar cells which are arranged in particular group, either in series or parallel. Here you can see that there are solar cells. Each solar cell is shown here, first, second, third. They are arranged in this particular form, and each solar panel module has voltage ratings. So you can have voltage ratings like 10 volts to 300 volts. So you can design solar panel of any capacity. So when you go in market, you will get solar panel of few watts to higher watts. So here I am considering voltage rating, that's why I have said that 10 volt. But in reality, you can, when you buy a solar panel, we will have current rating, voltage rating and power rating, and there will be warranty parts also. So solar module is a combination of solar cells which are arranged either in series or parallel to give more voltage and current or power rating. Now solar cells are generating voltages, let's say up to 300 volt. So when you have a low power application, you can connect one solar cell. If your application needs, let's say, higher power, then you have to connect two modules together. So this is called as solar panel. So solar panel is collection of solar modules which are again connected in series or parallel. So on same frame they are connected. So this is solar panel. Now the power rating of solar panel will be higher compared to solar module. So we are moving from solar cell to solar module and then solar module to solar panel. So by this way you can have multiple panels. Now these panels are suitable for home applications, right? Let's say you have connected 300 volt panel and you have connected so many panels. So 3 panel could give you 300, 300 and 300, that as 900 volt. So if your power demand is in low to medium range, you can go with panel. Now if you need further higher power, let's say for solar farming or when the power is to be generated on megawatt level, you can use solar array. So solar array is collection of solar panels, and these collections are used for power generation up to few megawatts. So we have learned about solar cells, solar module, solar panel and solar array. So here electrically connected panels are shown here. So likewise there are as per the demand of user, you can connect number of solar array also. Now let us understand interconnection of solar cell. So solar panels or solar array contains solar cells which are arranged in series or parallel depending on voltage rating and current rating. Now here we will see simple application of solar cell for series connection. So in this series connection, you can see that there are 3 solar cells. Solar cell 1, this is second, and there is third one. Now each solar cell will generate 0.6 volt. So 3 would generate 1.3 volt, and through them the current will flow and the current will be constant. So here the net voltage will be sum of the voltages of first solar cell V1 plus second voltage V2 and another will be V3. So this diagram is shown here. You can see that this is our actual source. These are connected using bus bars, and these things you can't see because a solar panel is already containing this solar cells, but this is an in-depth view of that interconnection of solar cell for series connection. Now this is further simplified here. So you can see that this is solar cell 1 and this is solar cell 2, and these two cells have same voltages, for example V1 V2 0.6 volt, and they are connected in series. So this is shown here. We know that solar cell is nothing but it acts as a constant current source and it has certain voltage across it. Now if you measure the voltage here, output voltage, we indicate it as V. So this V will be what? V1 plus V2. And the current through them will be a constant current. So current through I1 and I2 are same. So let's say you need 100 let's say 100 volt supply, and so in that case you need to connect two solar panels in series of 50 volt rating if these ratings are available. So this logic can be used for that application as well. So this is shown here. You can see that if you plot the graph of current on this y axis and voltage on this x-axis, you note that each solar cell is capable of generating 0.6 volt. This is the voltage of first solar cell, and as you have added one more solar cell, it has resulted into one more 0.6 volt. So series connection has given us 0.6 plus 0.6, that is 1.2 volt here. And if you observe the current is same. So here it is expected that short circuited current is 5 ampere. So current is remaining same. So I1 is equals to I2 and same I current is flowing, but voltage is equivalent to sum of the two voltages, and that is shown here. First solar cell is generating voltage V1 and another solar cell is generating voltage V2, and you can see that if these are connected in series, the current is flowing in same way. Now this is the simplest example, but in real application, let's say you want very high voltage. Let's say somebody is expecting 5 volts. How many solar cells need to be connected? So for 5 volt, how many solar cells you need to connect? I assume that number of solar cells will be given by the output voltage divided by individual voltage. So it will be 5 divided by 0.5. So that comes as 10 cells probably. So 10 or 9 cells will be equivalent. So depending on this, you have to either go with solar cells in series connection, and that comes in form of PV module or in PV panel. So all these things are already given. So this is just a pictorial representation of how these solar cells are connected and how they boost the voltage and how they boost the current. Now second is, if we use two solar cells which has mismatch. For example, first solar cell is of different material and second solar cell is of different material. So their open circuit voltage will have different rating. So here you can see that if first one is having a different rating 0.6 or 7 volt and another is having higher voltage, so your actual voltage will be not fixed voltage, so it may become 1.2 volt. So the voltage will be dependent on the kind of material which is used. So here voltage mismatch is there. Now let us understand interconnection of solar cells when they are connected in parallel. So when we connect solar cells in parallel, the main motto is we want to boost the current. So if there are some application where we want constant voltage, so voltage should not be changed. So you, depending on your voltage requirement, you will select solar panel. Now current has to be changed. So if you want to boost the current, you need to connect solar panels in parallel. So here you can see that first, second and third, these are connected in parallel, and each current is I1, I2, I3. So all these currents are getting added. So this is called as series connection, parallel connection. Here the voltage will remain constant 0.6 volt across each cell, but total current will be sum of I1 which is flowing in this solar cell 1, I2 and I3. So these things are further explained on this graph. Now first part is series connection. Here you can see that if 3 solar cells are connected in series, their voltage will be 0.6 plus 0.6 plus 0.6. So this voltage will keep on adding. So here it is 1.8 volt. So voltage is 1.8 volt up to this, and current is constant current. So current is not changed. But if you add them in parallel, you will see that voltage is constant here 0.6 volt, but current is increasing. So current is 3 times of short circuited current. So it is 3 times. Individual current is, let's say, 3 ampere. So when after connecting 3 solar cells in parallel, the current will become 3 times of 3 ampere, that is 9 ampere. So it is highlighted here. So depending on your requirement, sometimes you have to go with series or parallel. So you have certain demand in your mind for getting series or parallel connections. Now we'll take simple example. If 36 solar cells are connected in series, so one solar cell has specification of 0.6 volt open circuited voltage and short circuited current of 5 amp. Now let us see that if we connect these 36 solar cells, so here you can see that each cell is first, and on each row there are 9 cells. So in order total together there are total 36 cells, and you can see that we are connecting one end of cell to another end, so they are connected in series, and finally here we get voltage. So the total voltage here we get as VO is equals to this output voltage is a sum of, so this will open circuited voltage is sum of the individual voltages. So it will be 36.6 plus 0.6 plus 0.6 up to 36 times. So it will be what 0.36 times of voltage of individual cell. So that comes as 36 into 0.6, and here the open circuited voltage will be given by this open circuit. So this comes as 21.6 volt. And one more thing, you can say that in each cell the current is moving same, so that's why the short circuited current ISC in this case is 5 ampere only. Now let us understand, if this sees 36 cells are connected in parallel, what will happen? Here current will increase. So you can see that here these cells are connected in series and parallel combination. So this is giving you this rating. So you can apply same logic, hybrid combination, series and parallel connections are done. Now let us understand IV curves. If a single solar cell are offering you this IV curve, which is highlighted with this value, if you connect n number of solar cells, so where first understand what is m is number of solar cells in parallel, n is number of solar cells in series, and n is single cell identity factor, ISC is short circuited current, and IO is saturation current. So the net current is given by m into ISC minus m into IO e to the power q Vt by n upon n kT minus 1. So here the output current will have this rating. So this graph will move in this way. So you will have different voltage rating and current rating. Now let us understand, when you go in market and when you purchase solar panel, you see some data sheet. So this is a data sheet from HIT company of N245 model. So here you can see that different parts are highlighted here. So dimensions are given in terms of length and width. Weight is also mentioned here, 15 kg. Next is, you see some electrical parameters and some compliances. Here it is said that 10 years for 90% minimum power. This means it will operate for 10 years and it will give 90% power. If over the 25% year, it will give you 80% power. So all these are technical specifications. You need to understand these things. We will discuss them in more detail in upcoming lectures. Then what kind of materials are used, these are also mentioned here. And there are some certifications which are done when they start with this certification. So these are the different things which are highlighted. Now next is, data sheet also contains dependence on radiance. It shows the effect of temperature onto the power generated or voltage. So here you can see that as the radiance is changing, the current is high. When the radiance is high, current is high. If the radiance is fluctuating, current will fluctuate. And you know that power is product of current and voltage, so power will reduce. So these specifications are made, and you need to consider all these specifications when you install this and you decide power handling and payback period of solar cell. Now the same data sheet is containing various electrical parameters. So electrical data is given here for 245 model. Maximum voltage here is 44.3 volt, maximum current is 5.5 ampere, open circuited voltage is 53, and short circuited current is 5.8 volt. Then temperature tests are done, and apart from this there are various technical things are discussed. So in this lecture we have learned about solar cell, then what is solar panel, what is solar array, and then we learned about series and parallel connection, and we also took one case study where solar cells were connected in series and another case study where solar cells were connected in parallel and series, that is hybrid combination. And in the end section we understood the typical data sheet of solar panel. Thank you.